If you get pulled over by a DOT officer and they ask for your logs, you are going to click roadside check. You're going to enter a 4-digit number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Confirm. The officer will then type in his comments in here, or his code. Once the officer type in his code in there, greetings, hope you're doing great wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video. So today I don't have the camera on me. One of my subscribers, they asked me to do a video about the TRANSFLO or the GEO tab, as you'll hear that term used in the classroom when you're in training at Hirschbach a lot. I am used to the Qualcomm coming from another companies. Some other company, they have other programs that they use. Now this can be used to track your hours. It can be used to find your loads. It can also be used, there's a navigation system on there in case you don't want to buy a Garmin or a Rand McNally, but I would say buy one of them. It's good to have two forms of navigation out here on the road. These GPS, it's not if they will give problem, it's when they will give problems. So that's just an observation. It's good to have two of them so you have a backup. So let's go into this thing here, see what it's all about. So this one right here, you click on that where you see available right here, available. Where you see loads available right there, you see 1. That's when you know you have a load available. Normally you would click on that, you would see the load pop up. So this load, and this is just for an example, this load is going from High Life in Windham to Cloverleaf Cold Storage in Lakeville, Minnesota. You got the pickup time and date, drop off time and date. When you click on that, you'll see this pop up. It will ask you to decline or accept the load. I normally accept the load. I'm a company driver. I don't need to decline the load. But in it, you have a load number, you have a bill of ladle number, and then you have that information again right there. Shipping date and time, delivery date and time. Down here is the carrier's instruction. Normally that's where you would find your pickup number. Your pickup number is usually this conference number here. Now sometimes there might be two numbers. You could say to the shipper, hey, I have a 800 number and I have a 145 number, and they would be like, oh, we need that 800 number, because the shipper usually know what number you have to check in with. So if that helps, if you need to know how many stops is on this appointment, stop 01 is where we're picking up, stop 90 is where we're dropping off. Now if you see a stop 02, that means your load is a partial, which means you have to stop somewhere, probably empty half the trailer or just some portions of the load, and then your stop 90 is always your final destination. Loaded miles, empty miles, you know, you can look at all that information in here. Okay, when you click accept the load, it's gonna say please confirm you accept this load. You hit proceed, and then you hit send up here. And then you will slide to begin trip. Once you're going to start rolling, you know, you hit send again. Now, look at this importantly. When you get to the shipper, you're gonna slide arrived at shipper over there. Okay? I'm gonna show you. This is just for an example. This blue thing comes up, says submit. If it doesn't come up, click that back, go back and do it again. Because sometimes based on your location, the GEO tab might be a little bit slow or something like that. So you hit submit. All right, so you do that. That sends a message to Hirschbach to let them know that you're at the shipper. Now you get your truck loaded, or if it's a drop and hook or whatever, you're gonna do depart shipper. That's when you're leaving the shipper, right? Just trying to make it as simple as possible. Depart shipper. When you're departing shipper, you got to enter your bill of ladle number, the temperature that's on the bill of ladle, and the set temperature when you pick up the trailer. So if the bill of ladle says -10, you're gonna hit the negative right there. You see it switch? You're gonna go in that box and you're gonna put 10. Next. Set temperature. Let's say the bill of ladle says -10, but when you go to pick it up, it's at -6. You gotta put in -6. CYA, if you know what that means. Cover your you know what. Next, you gotta put in the weight, and the weight will be on your bills. You gotta put in the pieces. You gotta type in the seal number as well. ETA, expected time of arrival, the date. Expected time of arrival, the time. If you dropped a trailer, you're gonna put the trailer that you dropped off. You're gonna put the trailer that you picked up. So it says current or picked up trailer. So if you didn't drop a trailer, you just put your current trailer. Fuel level. If there's any damage on the trailer, you let them know all about it. Stuff like that. It's pretty simple and easy to use. And that's how you do your load. Now when you get to the receiver, you're going to do the same thing. Arrive at receiver. Let Hirschbach know that. And when you're ready to leave, depart receiver. It's going to say depart receiver instead of shipper. And then you'll have to enter all that information again. So that's when you get a load available. All right. It will move from load available to load in transit. Whenever you're done with your load in transit, when you do your empty out, it will move to load completed. Once it goes to load completed, this thing here would be unticked. You can scan in your bills and all that information. Try not to make this video too long, but if you have any questions, type them in the comment section and I'll let you know. So that's for the loads. For your hours, you click on that one. Hours of service. And you could see I've been resting for 14 minutes. On my 8-hour clock, I have 7 hours and 16 minutes to drive before I have to take a 30-minute break. I have 11 hours for the day, which means out of that 11 hour, I have 10 hours and 16 minutes. On my 14-hour clock, which is my work day, I have 12 hours and 21 minutes. Out of my 70-hour clock for the work week, I have 33 hours left. You can click on that to view the recap. You can click on view exemptions if you want to do like a personal conveyance or a yard move or something like that. Okay, let's go back. To do your pre-trip in the mornings, you're going to click on this again. Okay. And then you would hit asset inspection to do your pre-trip. Okay, you're going to check your truck, not the trailer this time, right? So you hit certify and inspect. And you just scroll. And you would click certify previous inspection, sorry. When you click that, it would automatically kick you on duty. Okay? So make sure your 10-hour break is completed and you have a full clock for the day to roll when you're doing your pre-trip. Because if not, it might kick you out and start you all over again. Okay? But that puts you on duty once you start your pre-trip. So that's where you find that. When you drop off a trailer or pick up a trailer, you can do the same thing. You can inspect the trailer right there. As I said, try not to make this too long. So that's it right there. This you can learn about payroll. This is any announcement from Hirschbach. This here is the notification bell. You get all your messages and stuff from Hirschbach in there. It's important whenever you get a load to go in here and read the information that's in there. Okay? This right here is your messages from dispatch. Or your fleet, your dispatch manager. This is like a dashboard scene to bring up back everything again. Okay? You want to take a look at the navigation real quick? That's how it looks. You can click this here. Click address to type in a city or zip code, street address, whatever you want. Okay? Also, very importantly, let me go back to this load. When you're in your load information, there is also a directions for the navigation. You could hit that button and it will take you for your trip. All you got to do is hit this green button right here. So that's how that goes, and it will bring up everything. I'm trying not to make the video too long. We're already 11 minutes in. But if there's any openings on the dedicated routes, you can find them in there. For your trip planning, the weather and stuff like that, you can find here. You know what I mean? There's so much. There's also, you swipe over here, there is a communications tab. This is where you could send a claim notification to the claims department. Let's say your load was damaged or something like that, or you know. Also, they have a OS&D for that. Over, shortage, or damages, you could do that. If you're requesting your time off, this is where you're gonna do that, stuff like that. Very importantly, this same thing is in the Hirschbach app. Use the app on your phone. Play with it in your spare time and get used to it. Documents for drivers. Let's see. This has stuff like about the pet policy, the passenger authorization. A lot of stuff in there for you to check out and stuff like that. Ask a question about Hirschbach benefits program. You could do that. Fuel network. You could do that. If you need stuff from the store, there's so much for you to learn. There's Walmart stuff in there. On this side, you could chat with dispatch again. So much. But I just wanted to do a little video on it. As I said, download the Hirschbach app on your phone and use that app for to practice and to help you to get familiar with the app. Okay? Now this is the big one. This is for the hours of service. You do your pre-trip in there. Man, everything. It's the electronic logs. So you're going to be using that a lot. Pretty simple though. Pretty simple. Scroll up here. You could see my truck number. You could see the trailer that I have on the truck. If you get pulled over by a DOT officer and they ask for your logs, you are going to click roadside check. You're going to enter a 4-digit number. Okay. Let's say for this example, we're going to use 1234. Okay. Set that pin. Confirm. 1234. Confirm. The officer will then type in his comments in here or his code. Once the officer type in his code in there, once the officer type in the code in there, his or her code in there, you're gonna click web service transfer, and that will send everything over to the officer, all your logs and stuff. If they want a compliance print, if you're having trouble, you just click this, and boom, it brings up everything. Brings up everything. Brings up your last 8 days of operation and everything like that. So that's how you do that if you get pulled over by a DOT officer. When you're trying to get out, you click exit, and then you enter whatever code you had used. We had used 1234. Click continue, and we're back out. So just like that, there's a settings tab for if you want to do any changes, you know, stuff like that. It's pretty simple, pretty simple. So, whew, it's a hot day. I hope this video has helped you. As always, hope you're doing great wherever you are, whenever you are watching this video.